forcing your self-worth, you'd be healed by now. Happy snowy Saturday morning. YouTube, send this out to all of the women who are serious about healing in 2026. So most women watching this are not undisciplined, okay? You're not undisciplined. You're not lazy. You're not inconsistent. Yeah, I don't know why I don't do this before I get online so I can see. So you're not undisciplined. You're not lazy. You're not inconsistent. Most of the women watching this, you are over disciplined. Okay? So you're exhausted from disciplining yourself. You've done a lot of things in the name of, well, I'm disciplined, so I still have to do it. It doesn't matter how I feel. And I mean physically. It doesn't matter how I feel. It doesn't matter how many emotions I'm overriding. I have to do this because I want to stay disciplined. All right? Things like this actually require safety. This over discipline issue, it requires safety. You have to give your body permission to slow down. Okay? Exhaustion that comes this way can create something very, very dangerous. All right, some of you saw the reels that I did about how I think it's 75 to 90% of all doctor visits are stress related. All right, and this is one of the things that can cause it. So when you're talking about things like self-blame, you start believing something is wrong with you. If I can't get this done, then something has to be wrong with me. If I'm not able to meet all of the deadlines at work, get all of the projects done, run my household this way, my business has to be run that way. Then I serve on several ministries at the church. If I can't do all of this thing, if I can't get all of this done, all of the things, something is wrong with me. This is what you do. You start self-blaming, okay? But what's actually happening is a nervous system mismatch. It's your nervous system. So today I'm going to explain the difference between regulation and discipline. All right, share this out. Share this out to a woman that you know needs this. High achieving women sometimes confuse the two, and that's what keeps you stuck in these cycles. All right, cycles of burnout, because you're confusing regulation and discipline. This isn't about doing more. It's about understanding what your body has been asking for this entire time. Your body has been speaking. Most of us, our bodies, all of us, our bodies have been speaking, but are we listening? Are we going to answer? That's the big question. So this conversation is for women who are strong, responsible, and committed. If you've ever said, oh, I'm so strong. If people call you the strong one, if people are always saying, oh, you're so responsible, you're so committed, we can always count on you, even when we call at the last minute. We know that you'll put other things down and come to our rescue. This conversation is for you. Women who don't quit. Women who don't avoid. Women who tend to just push through. I'm going to push through no matter what. I'm going to get it done. This conversation is for you. Even if you're running on empty, you still push. Okay? YouTube, send this video out. Algorithm, send this video out to the women who need this. Some of you are quietly paying for this. You've left comments all over my different social media accounts, and you're like, I feel so called out. You're talking about me. My therapist, several of you have told me, my therapist, this is literally what we're working on right now. Okay, so you're quietly paying for it with your nervous system. Take a deep breath. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. I don't want to overstimulate you. All right, so you've mastered endurance. You've done that. You know how to keep holding. You know how to keep everything together. You know how to keep holding everything together. You know how to keep going. But now your body is asking for a different kind of strength. Not the kind that proves anything. The kind that does not require proof. You should not be in 2026 running yourself ragged because you're trying to prove to somebody that you can. Come on. I'm going to need y'all to come on back. Come on back, okay? So if your nervous system is exhausted and you want support, the link for Bloom is down below. It's a place where your nervous system does not have to stay on guard. All right, so let's get into it. Discipline and regulation are not the same thing, but most women have been taught that they're interchangeable, and this confusion is costing you. Okay? So discipline, when you're talking about discipline, this is about behavior control. Think about it. Even when you're talking to someone and you're like, oh, you need more discipline, think about what you're really saying. It's about behavior control. So discipline uses willpower. It pushes past internal signals. And although this can be very effective, it's only short term. It's only short term, y'all. All right? Discipline assumes that capacity already exists. Is my mic on? Okay, just making sure. Discipline assumes that capacity already exists. So when you're just, oh, I'm in my discipline girl era, whatever you say, your body is assuming, no, discipline is assuming that your body can keep up with whatever the demand is, if that makes sense. Okay? But then when you're talking about regulation, regulation is different. So regulation is about capacity restoration. Regulation is what is going to create nervous system safety. What I've been talking about since last year. All right. Regulation is what gives internal permission instead of pressure. Pressure? I be hearing all kinds of songs in my head. Okay. And regulation, this is going to be long term. Discipline, short term, when you're just pushing yourself. Regulation is long term. Trying to stop talking with my hands. Because regulation is going to rebuild what's been depleted. Okay, thank you for joining the live. If you're just getting on, my name is Renisha. I'm the inner healing coach. I help high achieving women heal their nervous systems and come out of survival mode without interrupting their lives. If this resonates with you, consider subscribing to my channel and hit the like button. Also, if this content resonates with you, go to my inner healing playlist. That would be the playlist. It has maybe 80 something, 90 something videos already. So that would be the playlist that you'd go to. All right. So discipline tells the body what to do. Discipline tells the body what to do. Regulation tells the body it's safe enough to do it. Do you all see the difference? So one creates performance, the other sustains presence. Discipline creates performance, regulation sustains presence. So discipline is a tool. All right, discipline is just a tool. Regulation is the tool that is set on. This is the tool that discipline should be sitting on. It's the foundation. Regulation is the foundation. You hear me talk about making peace and calm your baseline. Let me tell you something. If you've been following me for a while, you should see the difference. You'll be able to tell the difference. When I tell you I'm so calm and at peace now, sometimes I want to respond a certain way to situations, and I can't. Can't. You ever been so regulated that you just got mad? Not mad for real, but I'm telling you, this is a real thing. And this is not just something that you're just looking at me saying, oh, this is only going to happen for Renisha. Absolutely not. Anybody can do this. Okay. You just got to do the work. So, regulation is the foundation that these tools are set on. Without the foundation, the tool is going to eventually break, period. It's going to break. Either the tool is going to break or you're going to break. It's going to break or it's going to break you. Okay? So, why forcing yourself? We're talking about why forcing yourself isn't working. Forcing yourself works when when the nervous system feels safe, right? When there's capacity, when there's margin. But once the system gets overloaded, the force becomes a threat. When you're overloaded, just like you may be on a computer or you may be working on your phone, content creator, business owner, whatever. If your phone gets overloaded, it starts overheating. What does it say? Some phones will automatically shut down and say, no, it has to cool off. Some of them will just shut all apps down and keep one app up. Same thing happens in your body. This force, it becomes a threat. Okay, so here's what happens when force meets exhaustion. Force becomes vigilance, and then vigilance is going to increase tension. That's going to block integration. This is why, and I know I'm getting ahead of myself. Some of you, it's like, oh my God, I'm doing all this work trying to heal. I've been doing this work 5 years, 10 years, 2 years, whatever. And you're like, I don't understand. She's acting like it's so easy, but I've been doing this for years and I haven't seen anything change. It's because you're not doing it from a rested place. You're trying to force your system into this. So you're still putting pressure on yourself. That's why you still feel tension. That's why you can sleep but not get rest, because you're still forcing yourself. You have to teach your body that it is safe. You have to give your body permission to rest, to stop, to pause. Does this make sense? So force increases vigilance. Vigilance increases tension, and then tension blocks the integration where the healing, the calm baseline and peaceful baseline, where all that is supposed to come in, the tension is blocking it. All right. This is why nothing new can land. And this is why your body is still braced. This is why you're still waking up anxious and nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong. Go look in the mirror right now and say, nothing's wrong. There's nothing wrong. And you're still waking up anxious. You're going to bed anxious. You're anxious and braced throughout the day. Hope this makes sense. So you can't discipline your way out of nervous system exhaustion. You cannot do it. Let me say that again in case someone is taking notes. You can't discipline your way out of nervous system exhaustion. At some point, your system is going to stop responding to pressure. And this is not because you're lazy. It's not because you don't care. It's because your body no longer trusts you. Sit with it. Your body no longer trusts you. Thank you for hitting the like button, you all. This is protection. This is not failure. You are not a failure. You have not failed. Your body is trying to protect you. Let's talk about this hustle theology. This grind culture. We got to hustle. We got to grind. We got to do this. I'll rest when I'm dead. All of this crazy stuff. Hustle theology taught women that pushing is virtuous. You get applauded for pushing. We women, we get applauded for just pushing through, just going, never stopping, always being there. Please, okay? It taught us that this was virtuous. I used to be the same way. Okay. Hustle theology teaches women that rest is weakness. Oh, you weak. You want to rest. You need a vacation. You're taking some self-care days. You weak. Hustle theology. It also teaches women that slowing down is disobedience. Sorry, y'all, 1 second. All right. It teaches women that slowing down is disobedience. And hustle theology teaches women that their worth is measured by their output. Sorry. It teaches us that our worth is measured by our output. How much you can do. If you're not doing, oh, you have no value. This is what hustle theology teaches women, okay? That belief system is what trained women to override their bodies. And for some of us, it was in the name of faith. The body does not interpret force as faith. It interprets it as danger. And some of you that have gotten caught up with this, especially those of you that grew up in the church and you're just tolerating things in the name of God and stuff like that, this is why you end up becoming. This is why some people, if they don't do the work to heal, I want to say this properly, they end up becoming bitter and resentful because of this, okay? God never asked you to sacrifice your nervous system for productivity. And if he did, let me know when. He never asked you that. Your nervous system is not the enemy of purpose. It's the pathway to it. So once again, because it looked like my phone glitched when I was talking about that, let me go back and repeat it. For some people, some women who don't deal with this, and they were taught just override your bodies, do, no matter what. And it was due to some religious institution you were connected to. A lot of times, those women end up later in life, they're bitter and resentful. Even bitterness and resentment, they put a toll on the body. That's a whole nother thing I don't want to get into. So let me get back to my notes. So when you treat your body like an obstacle, your clarity is going to disappear. Okay? And then when clarity disappears, people start to confuse exhaustion for obedience. Please hit the like button as you're coming in, and if this content resonates with you, consider subscribing to my channel. Okay, welcome to the healing side of YouTube. So solo work, which is another thing high achieving women struggle with. I can do it by myself. I don't need no help. Solo work can create awareness, but it cannot create containment. Okay? Self-reflection is not the same as co-regulation. Insight, having this knowledge, is not the same as safety. Understanding is not the same as capacity, what you're able to hold. And journaling, I've been journaling since maybe a whole lot of years, we'll just say that, almost my entire life. But journaling is not the same as nervous system repair. Not the same thing. Journaling is amazing. I still journal every day, but that's not the same as nervous system repair. If I sit and really talk to you all about what really, really healed my nervous system, journaling would probably fall, and it wouldn't even be in the top 2. Probably not the top 3. Okay, so you have to do more than journal. Even though I feel like I do believe journaling is important. It's an important part of the process, all right? So you can know exactly what's wrong and still not be able to hold the repair. And this is where many women stall. This is where they get stuck. This is where it's like they're on a hamster wheel. They're stuck in cycles. It's not because of the lack of insight. That's not it. It's the lack of bandwidth. Okay. So needing support, because high achieving women, we're all, I'm independent. Oh, I'm going to get it done. We like to be in control, even though we don't see it as that most of the time until someone calls it out. But you're thinking, well, if I do it, it's going to be done right. If I leave this and trust it in someone else's hands, they're going to mess it up. They can't do it like I do it. Okay. So high achieving women struggle with control, but needing support doesn't mean your discipline has failed. Okay. It doesn't mean you didn't try hard enough. You should not feel like a failure. This just means your nervous system has outgrown solo regulation. As you're coming in, please hit the like button because it helps to push the video out to in the YouTube algorithm, you all right. So I don't want you to think about it like that. When you need help in any capacity from anyone, you cannot be thinking, oh my gosh, I'm such a bum, I'm such a failure. Like, do you see me? Do you see how amazing I look? Like, I can do anything. Girl, on the inside, you are crumbling. You know you tired. You're tired. You tired, sis. You don't have to say anything in this chat. I know you're tired. So don't see it as failure. This is just what happens at higher levels of responsibility. All right. When your responsibility increases, your system has to hold more. It's like when there are some people who believe if you have a therapist, get a therapist, something's wrong with you. People will automatically, there are some people who will say, I don't need no therapist, ain't nothing wrong with me. And I'm like, they don't even understand the purpose of therapy. You don't go to a therapist just because something is wrong. Okay? And I promise, if you look at the millionaires, billionaires, these people have therapists, they have life coaches, they have all of the things. Some of them have multiple therapists. Why? Because the more your capacity increases, the more responsibility you have got to be able to hold this thing, and you need to be able to go sit in front of somebody. Now, I'm not a licensed therapist. I told you all that. My work is therapeutic, but I'm a coach. I'm not a therapist. But you need to be able to sit in front of somebody, not your friend. That's cute. I was about to say not your pastor. No shame. But some of y'all, you need to even go outside of your pastor. Find someone who does not know you and just process life. Process things, process your new responsibilities, the new roles you're called to. Does that make sense? All right. So as your responsibility increases, your system has to hold more decisions, more people, more emotional weights. You know that term, more money, more problems. Well, more money. They say more money, more problems. Oh, that's true. You have to be able to hold this stuff. And at some point, holding all of this alone is not going to be sustainable. It's going to stop being sustainable. You can only go but so far trying to do everything by yourself. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. And I don't know who this is for, but some of you business owners and things like that, because I keep hearing the word team, team, team. Some of you need a team. You're wondering why your business is stuck at a certain level. You're trying to scale, but you can't. It's because you're micromanaging. You're trying to do everything yourself. You have the money to hire people. You can put people on staff, release some of the pressure off you, and then you can focus on the bigger picture. Okay, so I don't know who that's for, but you need to hire a team. That doesn't mean you can't get it done. You're incapable. No, you all. But the more you grow, eventually even leaders need containers. Leaders need containers that let them exhale. Even leaders, as amazing as you are, all the millions, billions. I'm currently in the middle of a seminar. Some of you may be in it. This man says all of his companies, they brought in like $12 billion. As amazing as he is, he still needs a container that allows him to exhale. He needs to be able to sit in front of somebody that says, you've accomplished a lot, billions of dollars you brought in with your businesses. That's real cute, but how are you doing? How's the man doing? The man that has to carry all of this. The man that can't go out in public, or the woman, so I'm called to women, so let's switch it. The woman that can't go out in public without being recognized. You can't go out in public without somebody calling your name. How are you doing? You understand? And it's the reason you need a container is not because you're breaking, but it's because you're building. The more you build, the more help you're going to need. All right. So support doesn't replace strength. It preserves it. As you're coming in, please hit the like button. It pushes the video out into the algorithm. And subscribe to the channel if this content resonates with you. All right. So this is why Bloom exists. This is why Bloom exists. This is not, Bloom is not to motivate you. It's not to correct you. It's a container where your nervous system doesn't have to stay on guard. It's a place where you can come and exhale. You don't have to worry about somebody going on social media telling your business. Let me tell you something. Trying to figure out a nice way to say this. As much as you've accomplished, that's really sweet. But I don't care about any of that. How are you doing? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Are you okay? Okay, Bloom is my coaching program, you all, for those that are like, what's Bloom? All right. So it's a place where regulation replace forcing. Okay. When you're talking about Bloom, rest isn't rebellion here. It's repair. I teach you how to rest without guilt. Because if you feel guilty for resting, you're still in survival mode. And most high achieving women who are in survival mode don't even realize they're in it. That's the catch. Okay. So Bloom is going to hold what your discipline cannot. It's not about getting more done. It's not about getting more done. It's about becoming more well. There are so many accomplished, rich, successful, wealthy, beautiful women out here who are unwell. They have the accolades, but they're unwell. They have the degrees, but they're unwell. They have the stock portfolio, but they are unwell. Bloom is about becoming more whole, more integrated, and more yours. I teach you how to come back home to yourself. Okay. So this is why Bloom exists, not to motivate you, not to correct you. It's not another discipline. It's not another program that just asks for more of you. Okay. And it's not something you have to prepare yourself for. It's a place where your nervous system doesn't have to stay on guard. It's a place where regulation replaces forcing. Bloom is repair. All right. So I want to leave you with a question, not something that you need to solve or fix right now, but I want you to think about this. Where have you been forcing yourself? Where have you been forcing yourself through something that actually requires safety? You do not have to put the answer in the chat, but I want you to think about that. Where have you been forcing yourself? What area of your life have you been just overriding your body? when what's really needed is safety. Your body needs to feel safe. Your system needs to feel safe. You don't need a conclusion right now. Your body can respond later. Some of you, your body is already responding. As soon as I said it, something came up. You may have felt something in your belly. You may have felt a tightness or even a weight on your chest. But I want you to think about that. Insight, it is snowing. Insight doesn't arrive through pressure, okay? It lands in stillness. So you have to give it time. Does anybody have questions about Bloom? You can drop it in the chat. For those of you that already have the Clarity Reset, the Clarity community, my private community that you get access to, when you get that, it's officially open. So make sure you go to your emails and look for your exclusive link. The emails, you should have gotten the emails this morning. So if you already have the Clarity Reset, make sure you go look for that. For those of you that want to join the Clarity Reset, come on in. When you get in there, you're going to find the audio version. And I added some stuff. Of course I did. So it's like a nervous system spa. Does anybody have questions about Bloom, the Clarity Reset, before I end? Made good time, and the power didn't go out. I was hoping the power stayed on during the storm. It's not that bad though, not yet at least. Okay, so I don't see any questions. So I'm done. I go live right now every Saturday morning. Sometimes I may pop in. I thought about going live earlier this week, but I didn't push myself to do it. Just make sure you subscribe to my channel, turn your notifications on. If you want to catch my lives, I drop new videos on Wednesdays and Saturdays. So go catch up with that. A new video dropped this morning. Okay, if you know a woman who is high achieving, but she is trying to heal her inner wound, not trying. She is determined. I'm not supposed to be using the word trying anymore. She's determined to heal in 2026 without apology. Send her my channel. Okay, send her this video. Send her my channel. This is the healing side of YouTube. You all have a phenomenal day. If you're stuck in the house, I don't know, eat good, find some nice movies to watch. That's what I'm about to do. So watch a movie. For those of you that don't have snow and you get to be in the streets, be safe. I'm done. Thanks for joining.